All right, this is one of my favorite little tools. In my own particular circumstances, I like to power wash my fence line on the barn every spring, but the problem with that, the fence lines aren't always close to a water source. If you're someone who has a boat, wouldn't it be nice to be able to wash the boat just when you get it on the trailer right out of the water? How about being able to clean the RV or the sports equipment? Well, that's where the Worx Hydroshot comes into play. This is a cordless power sprayer, and it's done really, really well. The fact that we now have this 35% off and under $100, this happens to be the newer version. The one I've got is 3 years old, and I don't use it every week, but I do probably use it at least once a month. And during the middle of the summer, I do use it a lot to clean everything from patio equipment to pool gear, things of that nature. The way it works is really simple. You've got a 20-volt battery system, right? You're going to get, you're going to get the charger with it as well. And I've got to tell you, this is the interesting part. 20-volt batteries and chargers sell for almost $100 by themselves. Think about that. So then you're getting the power wash. And the way it works is really simple. You're going to be drawing water from any fresh water source. So it could be the creek, it could be the pool, it could be a 5-gallon bucket, it could be anything. And then now you can wash your automobile without having to run a garden hose and use it for cleaning up almost anywhere. They even have a great squeegee attachment for it as well. This is from Worx, and they do a nice job of their engineering. I'm really impressed that we have this for less than $100. I know it's not yet Valentine's Day, but I'll tell you what, this is a great Father's Day gift. We have how many, Brian? About 250 to go around. Only have I been able to offer this a few times in the past at a price of less than $100. Let me bring my guest in. Susan Butterworth is our Worx representative. She's broadcasting live from home. I knew you would sneak outside. It warmed up pretty nicely, didn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's a gorgeous day and it's sunny and I can't wait. And this makes me want to use this now every weekend. You know, this isn't a pressure washer. This is a power washer. It's going to give you 5 times the power of your hose and a nozzle. Dan told you all about the 20-foot filtered hose that comes with it. But guess what? You can still use your own hose, your own water supply, your own spigot. But let's say you want to clean things way far back, like this fence. Whoa, look how I can come here and I can just clean off my fence and make it look absolutely gorgeous. Because that's, after all, what we're going to do this spring. We're going to come around to the house and the yard, and we're going to say, what can I clean? Now, look, I'm drawing water out of that hose, out of the 20-foot hose from that bucket, and now I can go around and clean all the different nozzles, all the different screens on my house, and make everything look clean and gorgeous. Now, look at this, Dan. The T-shirt took a licking, but my screens are clean now.
People who have boats love this thing.
Yeah.
Because especially if you're someone who does a lot of lake fishing, you like to go from one lake to the next, it's really, really important to get any vegetation that you have on the prop or the hull of your boat off of that before you take it to a different location, because you don't want to transfer indigenous vegetation from one body of water to another. You can set this on levels that are nice and soft to the point where you can water potted plants and flowers in the garden, but then you can ramp that power up to 320 PSI, which is powerful enough to do some real scrubbing. So what I use it for most is fence line, where I'm nowhere near a hose or a spigot, and I don't have to worry about a gas-powered machine that's hard to start, has to be tuned up every spring. Now, I'll use my gas-powered power washer a couple times in the year, usually at the beginning of summer and at the end of the fall, but this is how I maintain stuff throughout the year. And it's Worx technology, right. So it does a really nice job. There's even this. I thought this was cool. It's the least expensive attachment that comes with it, but this goes on the top of a 2-liter soda bottle.
I'll show you, Dan.
So you can even just fill up a 2-liter soda bottle. Why can I not talk today? And that's what we use to wash the dogs when they're
Yes.
absolutely filthy, and I don't even want them up on the front porch where our hose bib is.
Exactly. Dan, I'm cleaning this Adirondack chair with a 2-liter bottle of water with that hose attachment. But then because you get 5 nozzle settings, I can also now water some plants and do that kind of work as well. But the coolest thing is, it's just taking the water from here. So imagine you're at the shore of the beach and you don't want to take things home dirty. As long as you have this with our little straw bottle attachment, you can go ahead and you can clean things and water things, and the water's all being drawn from right there.
Well,
But Dan,
Susan,
also,
let's do this.
Yeah.
Ramp up the pressure, because I noticed that you smushed up the back of the SUV there. That's the technical term. I want people to see the type of pressure that this can build with that 20 volt.
Exactly. So I'm going to be able to come in here, number one, and I'm going to be able to really power the water on here. And as you can see, it's just taking it all away. But this is the best way to like water up your car with that power. But watch, I'm going to use another attachment. I'm going to put my soap attachment in.
The soap cannon.
Soap cannon. And watch how I can, just blast away and get soap all over. I really never feel satisfied when I go to the car wash. I'm an at-home one. Look how this is going to shoot water out, but it's soft enough that it won't scratch your car. And we go away every summer, and the house that we rent is at the end of a 4-mile dirt road, and boy, does our car get disgusting. So I love this. Look how this squeegee can get in cracks and crevices and just get all the dirt, the sand. But then you can, of course, use it to make your car just look so brand new, clean, and gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really a neat little piece of equipment. We've got a little videotape that was shot earlier that shows you how to put everything together, because it's very, very simple and it's nice and lightweight. You've got quick connects for the hose. Your battery, once you charge it up, goes in. This you put in and twist. Now I've got the extension hose. There's the squeegee attachment for it. You then have your soap cannon, and then I'll show you your actual spray nozzle. On a bigger power washer, like a gas powered, you've got individual tips. Anybody who's ever worked with the power washer, if you pull the quick release from the tips on, the tip shoots halfway across the yard. With this one, you're directing how wide the spray pattern or the fan will be. When it's on 0, that is literally a pencil point. That's great for you being able to get weeds from in between bricks or building stones. When you go to a 15% fan spray, that's what you're going to use to clean the automobile or the boat or stone surfaces. 25-inch degree is going to be for things like the side of your house or your windows. And then when you put it on 40, that's going to be a big wide fan, so you get much less pressure. So that's going to be what you're using to wash the dog or clean off patio furniture. And then you've got this setting, which is more of a drizzle, and that's what you use when you're going to water plants. And you can't lose it. It just spins off. The quick connect here just pops off quickly and simply. It's beautifully designed. I had an opportunity to go to the National Hardware Show. It's been a couple years with COVID. We haven't been getting out, but when I was at the Worx booth talking to their engineers, this was the product that they were most proud to have developed. And I've seen knockoffs since. Susan, I know you have as well. But they were really the first ones to come up with it, and now we've got it for less than $100 instead of almost $160.
And you know what, Dan? Unlike a pressure washer that you might use once or twice a year, and they're really big and they're super powerful, I personally, with my back, was never able to use a pressure washer, but I love this. This is a power washer. Remember, it's 5 times the power of a hose and a nozzle. It's got 5 different nozzle settings. It's battery powered, so you can take it anywhere in the yard or in your car at the beach. Never bring a dirty thing home again because it's got that bottle attachment. But what's cool is, Dan, all what we do starting, like right now, these kind of weekends is we're cleaning up all the dirt and the debris from the winter, and we're trying to make our yard look gorgeous. We're trying to get things, holes dug, plants to be planted. You know, this wall, I love it on that pinpoint setting you were talking about, because you can see it's really like a laser beam, and I'm able to really clean up my wall, which bothers me because it gets dirty all year round, especially with the water. But the coolest thing is you get this 20-foot filtered hose, so you can draw water from a bucket or use your hose and your spigot and your own water supply.
My producer, Brian, just said something brilliant, which I wish he had, because now I've got to treat him with respect, okay?
Why? What did he say?
He said, if you live on like the second story of an apartment and you want to be able to keep your patio or deck clean, where the heck are you going to run a garden hose? So with this, you run it from the kitchen sink.
Yes!
Brian?
How brilliant.
Well thought out. I applaud you.
Get a couple of liter bottles of water, Brian, or fill up a bucket like I did. You know what also? Wash your car with hot water and don't get your hands cold. I love that too.
Susan, it's always good to see you. Thank you so very much for helping me out today.
Oh my gosh, it's a pleasure. Enjoy.
Be well. All right, I get to show you something new coming up in a little